I wanted to talk about a passage in the book that stood out to me. And this is on page 41, and it reads, "When I looked down at myself, I no longer seemed a hybrid or a chimera. I was all of a piece, as proportioned once again, though in a different kind, as I had been so exuberantly on Everest long before. Then I had felt lean and muscular. Now I felt above all deliciously clean. The protuberances I had grown increasingly to detest had been scoured from me. I was made by my own lights normal." And this passage struck out to me because two statements were said that I felt needed to be addressed. One of which was the line, "Then I had felt lean and muscular, semicolon. Now I felt above all deliciously clean." And the other was the line, "I was made, comma, by my own lights, comma, normal." With the first line, I wanted to talk about this line because it makes an odd comparison. She's comparing her exuberating experience on Everest to the surgery in the clinic, which is odd to me because that isn't a comparison I personally would make. However, she says in this line, "I felt above all deliciously clean," and the word "clean" here is italicized, as though by cutting away the physical parts of her that she detested, somehow made her body as a whole clean. By using the word "clean," it makes the implication that the organs she had before were in some way dirty or ugly, or just bad in general. And this implication actually kind of makes sense on her part. She's saying that the word "clean" here is actually, if she's not actually clean, I'm sure that she actually was clean because it is a surgery and they need to keep the wound clean. However, I think that her body as a whole felt lighter, felt cleaner, like you do after a good shower, which is figurative and not actual literal. And this makes sense for her part because I understand why she used the words that she did. Her physical male organs were pretty much the last obstacle standing in her way from truly becoming a woman. And throwing away her male self into the past and to never look upon it again, and casting that part of her aside. Now she can look back on the past with fondness, but she can never return to her male state. By cutting off these organs and calling her sex-changed self deliciously clean, she's saying that she can truly be herself now, and that now she can truly express who she is on the inside more fully and truly on the outside now. And this is important because it takes her whole journey as a whole throughout her entire transition and puts it into perspective for people who have never gone through this before. I personally, I wouldn't have thought that a surgery would have made her feel clean. However, it did, and that was kind of eye-opening. The second line that I wanted to address was, I was made by my own lights normal. This line stuck out to me as something that needed to be explored because throughout the book, Morris carefully avoids calling certain aspects of her life normal and certain things that she experiences normal. And now she's using this word to describe herself about her sex change. It was a very subjective word. And what's normal to me may not be normal to those around me, even my own brother. For Morris to now call herself normal, a very significant meaning, one that she's been avoiding throughout the whole book. She's saying that her own version of normal is her body finally matching what her knowledge about her being a woman. Her normal is a matching of what she knows to be true and the physical proof of it being true. Morris even says by her own lights, which I'm interpreting as her own perception of what normal is. This is important because normal will not be the same for everyone, and it's important for Morris to put this little disclaimer here that this is her own interpretation of what her normal is, and not something that should be taken universally and without question. The body does not have to match the inner thoughts of people, but since Morris feels complete and truly herself now that her body matches, feels what normal should feel like to her, but this will not be the same for everyone.